Are your plans and drawings protected by copyrights? As an architect and interior designer, we often put a copyright notice in our plans to prevent others from using our creative ideas without our consent. But is this enough to serve its purpose? After all, copyrights on plans is very difficult to prove in court given its complexity. I guess you're all aware that our customers can use our ideas even without paying us a single cent. Just recently, we encountered a customer who did just that. They asked for a test fit of a recent space they have leased. Then after a few rounds of changes with us, they requested for a 3D visual and a quote, but unfortunately, they never come back to us afterwards. Fast forward a few months after that incident, we had a new project that came up at the same building a few floors down. We decided to visit that client to check out the place, and there it is. Our concept and idea on full display with a few minor tweaks, and that's it. We tried to have a word with the manager, but we were not allowed to speak to anyone after introducing ourselves. We left frustrated and helpless. This isn't the first time. Fighting for our rights may cost even more than the design fee we can charge to this customer. It's not worth the hassle. Therefore, we just need to be wiser next time and move forward. So, how can we protect the designers? Well, providing a test fit with artist impressions to customers has become a normal practice in Singapore. Furthermore, a potential customer can call for an RFP or a request for proposal, complete with the layout plan, 3D visuals, material specifications, and a quotation. Hey, what more can they ask for? Everything is there. But during the selection process, copyright infringement may already be at play. The customers may like the designs, but are not happy with the price. Because of this, the potential customer may be tempted to use their preferred design and appoint the job to a much cheaper contractor. This rampant practice has raised the question of the effectivity of the copyright notice, which is mostly located on the drawing title block. Is this sufficient to cover our intellectual property on our drawings? Well, gone were the days of manual presentations and hand drafting. The designers can keep the blueprint of plans after initial customer discussions. Then, if the customer wants the design, we can already charge for subsequent meetings until the project is awarded. But with the onset of technology, copies of the proposal are sent through emails or uploaded to the cloud before the presentation date to meet the client-imposed deadlines. From this point onwards, we, the designer, has minimal control over the creative work and has already given the idea for free. So what are the roles of governing bodies on copyright? Based on the IPO's website, or Intellectual Property Office of Singapore, there is no specific mention of architectural or interior design plans on the list. So copyright protects the expression of ideas like drawings, models of buildings, and aggregate visual images. For starters, you can download the copyright info pack from the IPO's website for more information. Nevertheless, there is no union or organization strong enough to enforce a robust mandate to protect us, the designers. Singapore may be a small place to start putting in place an architectural copyright law. Hence, I am sure it can just adapt simple international guidelines and integrate it with its current framework to safeguard architects and boutique ID firms like us. By right, copyright infringement carries the risk of enhanced damages, attorney's fees, and court costs. As an architect, designer, and contractor, we can all initiate change from within. It is difficult to resist temptation once a potential customer calls for a meeting with a design on hand. But it can be possibly from another company, which we usually encounter. I just received one last week. But we should be aware that if given plans from others, we have to ensure that we have the right to construct, copy, and or modify those plans before even consider using them. It is in everybody's best interest to politely ask if there has been a permission granted to use the drawings for the customer's purpose. It may turn off the customer at first, but after a while, they might be taken aback and realize that what they are doing may be an infringement of copyright, and in return might be impressed by our sincerity. A small gesture that can have a profound effect if practiced by everyone in the industry. Well, I know times are hard and most of us struggle to survive to make ends meet. In this highly competitive industry, with millions of clients or customers spoiled for choice, the answer to the question above is a big no. Putting a copyright notice is not enough. It needs proper laws, cooperation, and implementation than just a mere space in our title block. For the unions, organizations, and agencies tasked to oversee the industry, instead of doing events and awards, why don't we look into it and start doing something about it? Real issues, real talk, and real action. Thank you.